You people are watching English with Meenal ma'am, with Meenal Singh. So start our today's live stream with the topic models. As my students asked me about this particular topic, so today we will be discussing this next 30-40 minutes. So let me quickly share with you all. So quickly I'm doing on weekend. No participants are showing yet. I'm waiting for your reply so that we can start. One participant is showing. KR Yadav, very good night, ma'am. What it is, beta? Good night, why you mentioned? It is good evening, okay? When you are saying goodbye to somebody in the evening time, at that time you need to mention good night. We are just interacting. So it should be good evening, right? Soumya Shukla is what is interjection? Beta, interjection is a word which shows your exclamatory reactions with along with exclamation mark and exclamatory words. Wow, what a wonderful weather. Ayush Patel is there. Good evening, ma'am. Very good evening, beta. Thank you for quickly joining me. You people must be aware with that. Today we are going to study models. At the very last moment, somebody gave me, suggested me this topic for today. But I have studied somewhere that after 8 o'clock, it's night. But if you are interacting with somebody at that time, you need to wish good evening, right? Think about it. You are just meeting somebody, and will you say good night? Is it okay? How it will sound? So abrupt and so awkward. Suppose you met somebody at 7 p.m. and you know very well that you are not going to meet that particular in night. So yes, at 7:30 you people are departing with each other, separating each other. At that moment you can say wish them good night, right? This is the appropriate way. Whether it is 10 p.m., but if you are meeting somebody at that time, you are supposed to wish good evening instead of good night, right? Good night means what? They will not meet you again in that particular evening, right? Mamta Sukla is there. Hi, emoji. She sent. Okay. So I hope your concept is clear regarding this. In morning, you need to start after 12 a.m. in night. Whenever you meet, even it is 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever, you are supposed to wish good morning, right? After 12 a.m. in night, you may start with good morning, right? This is the right way to wish. From 12 a.m. in night to 12 p.m. in afternoon. At that time, you may wish good morning only, right? Not may, you should, right? May means possibility. That's what we are going to study about. So may, might, can, could, may. What are the differences that we are going to study today, right? So may is totally inappropriate, because if you are knowing that this is the correct thing, then there is no possibility, right? So you should be very sure about it. So you must, like that, right? So 12 a.m. in night to 12 p.m. you can, I mean, you should wish good morning. It is said that after 11:45 to 12:15, you should wish good noon. If you are meeting that between that half an hour of time, so you should wish good noon. And after that, 12:15, 12:20, 12, after that time onwards, 12 to 12:15 to 5 p.m. you are supposed to wish good afternoon, and after 5 p.m. good evening. Starts with 5 p.m. and it will go on up to 12 a.m. Before 12 a.m. you can say. So you can, if you are interacting with somebody, then you should begin with good evening. And if you are just see off somebody, at that moment you say good night. As simple as, right? So this is the way to wish, right way to wish anybody. Fine, let's jump on models. So models are basically can, could, may, might, shall, should, all these. With the sequence we are going to study, it shows the main verbs: ability, possibility, permission, obligation, these sort of things, right? मैम, अपनी आपने जो बुक दिया था वो किसका है? Beta, I don't know why you are typing such thing. Even I am not aware with. Keep it with yourself. It was some, I think, previous year's students, might be. So keep it with yourself. You lost your book, so keep that one. Fine. So can, see, can is showing. Sorry, you joined me. Very good evening, beta. Again, beta, Ayush Patel, need not to mention whose book. Okay, just keep it with yourself. You lost your book, so in that is the option for you. It was randomly kept here and there in the cupboard, and I thought you were worried about your book, so I gave you, right? So now you people can listen to me carefully. Can can shows three things, right? One is ability, second is possibility, and third is permission, right? As a sentence, you can note it down. If you want to convey your ability in that condition, you need to frame your sentence: he can swim well. Swim well. He can lift 100 kg, right? So can is showing ability, that he has that potential in that power in him, right? That he can lift 100 kg and he can swim well, right? Possibility. If you want to convey possibility, then in that case this can happen anywhere, any moment, right? Then this here can is conveying possibility. And when permission we are talking about, can I sit with you? So can, sometimes students they ask, can I go for water? Can I go to washroom, like that? So this is incorrect. If you are formally at a formal place, at that time it is incorrect. You are among your friends, among your family members, so that time you can use, right? Can I do this? Can I do that? Because it comes in a formal, informal language, right? It is counted, it is treated as informal language if you are using can for permission, right? So keep it in your mind this. So could is first thing, ability in the past. right? Can, could. If we are talking about could, likewise we studied in the active passive. If in the sentence in active voice can is there, then automatically it will change into could, right? So it means what it's showing, that can is changed into past tense, right? So that way, if your ability, you want to show your ability in the past, at that time could will be used. Ma'am, in formal we use may, right beta? You are right. Sure, yeah. So always you should use may, right? If you are seeking for permission, right? May I do this? May I do that? Your this thing, your permission should be start with may, right? In formal places, right? So ability in the past. She could climb trees when she was young. She could do that in her or his childhood, right? So you are childhood, you are talking about childhood, it means talking about past. So that's why you are showing the ability itself, but you are talking about its past, that's why can is changed into could, right? Next is possibility. Possibility, when your possibility is in a less, chances are less, at that time you may use could, right? Possibility is less. When the possibility is when there is a high possibility, at that time you have to use can. But if the possibility is very less, at that moment you will use could. Like example is, he could leave on Sunday, means there are chances, possibility is there that he could leave for somewhere, some place, there are chance. So that's why sometimes for possibility also, showing possibility also, you can use could, right? For permission for permission, you have studied that can is used for permission, but it in the informal places. Here could is used for the permission, but it will be very polite sense, right? The word is conveyed as polite, humble, right? So, likewise, could you tell me the way to the nearest hotel, please? So, in that way, if you are asking, though it is used in the informal place, but it is counted as, it is treated as humble and polite. Okay, so this is the good way. You, instead of using could even in the formal informal place, make it a habit. If you are seeking for permission, then instead of using can, always use could, because it sounds and it is treated as humble and polite manner. Okay, so next is may shows wish. Okay, for four things we can use may. First thing is for wish, second is for permission, third is for possibility, strong possibility, okay, and fourth is for polite offer, right? But remember one thing, that this may will be always in the formal place, okay? So example for the wish, may you always prosper, may God bless you, may you succeed in your endeavors, in your efforts, right? So that way may means wish, you are wishing, you are keeping good luck or wish for somebody, right? Permission is, may I use your telephone, may I use your pen please, may I take your water bottle, may I have your attention please. So you are seeking permission, right? Next is possibility, it may rain today. So strong means there is a strong means full chance of rain, means weather is very cloudy, this thing. So almost chances are there of rain, strong chance, strong possibility. So for that place you will use may. It may rain today. Next is polite offer. May I help you? Okay. So if you are politely offering somebody something, your help or something, sort of, right? So may I help you? That is polite offer. Next is might. For might, what you are supposed to convey, possibility but less than may. May, it is mentioned that is strong possibility, but if you are mentioning may, then there are possibilities very less, right? So if you are saying it might rain today, it means chances are very less. Okay? It may rain and may not, right? So in that sense, you have to use may. Might, sorry. So they might leave the village next year. So next year it is talking about, it is first thing, it is very far. Okay? And second is their possibility is also very less. That they might leave the village or might not. Right? So that way. Permission. Permission in the past, right? As past of can is good, in the same way past of may is might. Okay, so if you are conveying the permission in any past situation, at that time might will be there. He asked if he might take my book, right? So might is conveying the past situation, right? Next is will. Will shows three things: intention, predication, and promise. Right? So intention, if you are conveying intention, I will go my hometown next week. So somebody has decided, somebody made the intention to go to the hometown. Right? I'll do it. Ritika Singh is there. Very good evening, Mita. So we are studying models today. Okay, if you are interested, then you can continue, right? We already studied can, could, may, might, and now the turn is will. We are studying what are the uses of will in models, right? So intentions, to convey the intentions, I will go to my hometown, I will achieve my goal. So you are mentioning your intentions, right? Next is definite uh, predications, right? So there is a definite predication, like you will be glad to know my results, right? So there is a definite predication that definitely you will hear the result, definitely you will be glad, right? So that situation you will use will. Then promise, for promise also. For promise, I will definitely help you in need. So you are promising, if you want to promise, convey your promise to somebody, at that situation you may use will sometimes, right? What are gerunds? Beta, gerunds are treated as noun, right? Ing form is there, but it is treated as noun, right? That is called gerunds. Somebody is ringing the doorbell. Kindly ignore that, beta, all of you. Firm determination means. But a firm determination means something you have decided firmly, right? That is what firm determination. You have decided for, definitely decided for something, that is what firm determination, right? Mean you just make up your mind for any particular thing, that definitely I'll do this. That is what firm determination, right? Shaurya, clear, beta? So next, shall is there. Shall is for will be studied intention, predication, and promise. For shall, intention, and suggestion, right? Suggestion is friendly suggestion. Intention is future intentions, right? We shall shift to Pune. So we are using shall and will in future tense, right? Simple future. So it is conveying that intention in the future. It is talking about. And the second thing is suggestion, friendly suggestions, right? So for friendly suggestion, you can always use should. So we shall shift to Pune. This is future intention is talking about. And second thing is suggestion. Shall I give you my comic? You should do that. You should work hard. You should study well. These are the friendly suggestions, right? Next is would, use of would. For would, it is request and question, right, beta? So if you want to put question mark, right, interrogative sentence, then in that would may start with and request, polite request. Would you stay here with me? So there is a polite request. Okay. And question. Would you like to have coffee? Some coffee? Form is similar to confirm. Confirm, which is similar to confirm. But why you are correlating confirm and firm? I'm not getting. But it is English. How you are catching one particular half of the word. You are talking about this can be called as suffix. I mean prefix. Confirm is, and you know very well by putting suffix and prefix the meaning gets changed, right? Beta in interrogative, definitely the word will come at the first place, beginning of the statement. Arya, convey your question beta properly. Suddenly you appeared and you were asking where to put interrogative. So how could I understand that what exactly you are talking about? Would, I'm talking about would, and once you are making the sentence in interrogative form, then would will be at the would will be the first word of the statement, first word of the sentence, right? Would is a helping verb, definitely. We study models where? In helping verb. I mean, verb section. And when we talk about auxiliary verbs, helping verbs, at that time it comes primary, auxiliary, and models. Separately, somebody has asked yesterday that he is interested in studying models. I asked that what topic you people want to study tomorrow. So somebody has mentioned model. Although I earlier also I shared models, but in a nutshell. So today I thought if many times students are asking about models, so I should one day dedicate one day for models itself, right? So that's why we are discussing and studying about models only, right, Peter? So that is how it is. So two, three models are left. Let's finish that. Would be studied that for the request, polite request, and for question, right? So would you stay here with me? This is polite request. And would you like to have coffee? So this is question, right? Next is should is there. Should is used for advice and obligation. Okay, obligation is when you should legally, right? You are supposed to do. At that time, we use obligation for in the sense of obligation, right? Advice. You should trim your nails regularly. Okay, so this is advice. So for using conveying advice, you are supposed to use should, and if you are conveying any obligation, that it is your moral duty, it is your legal and moral for conveying your legal and moral duty, you should use should, must, and ought to. These three can be used, right? So obligation in the sense you should take care of your parents, right? So this is obligation, right? It is your moral duty to take care of your parents, right? So you should, right? Next is must. Must is talking about necessity, a strong obligation, right? When there is a necessity and a strong obligation, means strongly it is your moral duty. You should, means that's why we say must. Okay? So strong obligation is there, right? You must follow the traffic rules because it is legal also, it is rules. If you will not follow, you will be fined, right? So that's why it is mentioned that a strong obligation is there behind must. Okay, if you want to convey in your masses strong obligation, then you should use must in that particular sentence. So you must follow the traffic rule. Next is logical conclusion, right? Certainty. In that sense, you must there must be some problem, right? So logical conclusion. Logically you find that there is definitely there is some problem, so there must be some problem, some issue. So in that sense you can use must, right? Logically if you are conveying any confusion, at that time also you have to use must. Now ought to. Ought to is again moral obligation and desirability. Okay, if you have any keen desire for something, or you want to convey the moral moral duty, or your legal legal or moral duty, if you are referring, so you ought to put in your best efforts. Second one is you ought to look after your elders. Okay, so should, must, and ought to, somewhere they can be correct. Okay, they are conveying a slight difference are there, but they are used for obligation. They three, all the three can be used for obligation, right? So that way you need to prepare. Quickly, let's do one short exercise. You need to find the error. You might respect your elders. There is an error. Just in model, you need to put the correct model. 6 participants are showing. Quickly answer may be done. You might respect your elders. Write the correct answer quickly, beta. Don't sit and listen. Be interactive. Is there anybody? I am audible to anybody? Beta, Shaurya Pratap, what we studied? May is for possibility. And it is showing you respect your elders. Means what? We are talking about obligation. And just we studied about obligations. Should, must, and ought to. These three we studied for obligation. And may is used for possibility, permission. Right? What we studied? May is used, or keep it in your mind. You dash, put it as a dash. Should, you must respect your elders, you ought to respect your elders, right? So that way these can be correct. But may is, how could you write may? May shows doubt, beta, possibility shows. So you are in a doubt that you should respect your elders or not. Are you in a doubt? There is obligation. Got it? So next example. She can climb trees when she was young. She can climb trees when she was young. She can climb trees when she was young. Point the error and tell me the correct answer. Again, should beta. Correct, Shaurya Pratap. I got the correct answer. Could we study that can is it in the sentence? And if it is talking about past, then at that time could will be there. Can will be changed into could. And it is talking about when she was child, right? She was young. At that time she climbed, she could climb on the trees, right? So can is written there. So can is the incorrect and could will be the correct one. So that way. Next one, statement is would you prosper? Would you prosper? Would you prosper? This is the sentence. You need to correct it. Would you prosper? Beta, would you prosper? Would. WOULD. Would you prosper? Second form of will is there in the beginning of the sentence. Very good evening, Beta Angel. You are a bit late today. 30 minutes we studied about your models. I explained all the models one by one. Now children are doing exercise. As per your previous knowledge, you can also try better. So the incorrect word is, okay beta, somebody told me that you are in your hometown. So no issues, no issues. Still you join me, that is the great thing for me. I'm highly glad to see you. It's okay beta. So you can take part in doing question exercise as per your previous knowledge. You are good in grammar as per me. So would you prosper is the sentence. There is incorrect model. You need to correct it. Okay? Would you prosper? No beta Ayush, it is incorrect answer. Would you prosper is there. Incorrect model is given there. You need to change into future and past. Would is showing future, I mean past. Hello beta Akshans. You also jump on doing very good evening beta. Jump on doing exercise based on models. Okay, that we are studying. So you need to correct. Would you always prosper? Would you always prosper? Correct the model here. Would you always prosper? Put your logic and brain. Again will I got. No beta. At the end of the sentence there is a mark of exclamation. Now write the statement and think twice. That what can be the sense there. Would you always prosper? Prosper. It means you are wishing good luck to someone. Incorrect, beta, incorrect. Would you always prosper? You are wishing somebody, you are wishing prosperity in future. Correct. You hit the right button, beta Angel. I expected this answer from you only. Though you were not at the time we were discussing about the rules. You may watch it later on if you want. That's why your answer is a bit late. Otherwise, if you studied the rules, then definitely you must be very quick in your replies. Fine. So it is amazing, beta. Next question is, you will pay your taxes. You will pay your taxes. You will pay your taxes. You would pay your taxes. Tax, tax. Beta, you need not to add any additional word, right? May you always prosper is okay. Then why you added and be happy? Right, beta. Must can be also correct. It also convey the obligation, right? So must can be also right here. Though it is given in the book ought to, right? You ought to pay your taxes. Okay. So moral obligation it is. When you are talking about it is your moral duty, right? Being a good citizen, you should pay your taxes, right? So that's why it is a moral obligation, and that's why ought to is more appropriate than must, right? Fine. Next is, must you live long? Must you live long? Must you live long? Must you live long? Peter, you people are taking too much time. Why so? These are the easiest statements which I am asking. May you pay your taxes. No, beta. Or two, this taxes one already I mentioned. You ought to pay your taxes. This is the correct one. Who is Urmila? Urmila, beta. Good night, ma'am. Somebody has mentioned Urmila, Urmila. Mention your name, beta. Or it is Urmila, auntie. Correct. May you live long, right? Again, wish is there. Okay. So, wish is there, beta. May you live long, right? And you people took this much time for such a easy every in every second day on birthdays you must have heard. May you live long life, right? So that way, wish. If you want to convey wish, for that also you need to use may. Okay, as I told you in the rules. Fine. Next is the sky is dark. It should rain this afternoon. The sky is dark. It should rain this afternoon. Find out the incorrect model and correct it. Why can, beta? Who sent can? And why might? When I told you about may and might, at that time I told you that if there is a strong possibility, then you need to use may, and if there is a less possibility, then you need to use might. So what the statement is saying? The sky is dark. It means the possibility of rain is strong, high. So in that case, you need to use may instead of might, right? So the sky is dark, it might rain this afternoon, right? Strong possibility is there. Got it? No could, no can, no might. Okay? The correct answer is may. It may rain today, rain this afternoon. Next is the chief guest might arrive in 5 minutes from now. Good night, Beta Angel. Enjoy in your hometown. Thank you for joining. Thank you for saving your time. Bye, Beta. Enjoy. Happy Krishna Janmashtami to all of you. So the chief guest. Bye, Beta. Bye, Akshans. 6 participants are showing. Anybody is interested in studying further, Beta? Or shall we sum up? The chief guest might arrive in 5 minutes. Now, what we studied, what model should be used for definite thing, certain. If you want to convey the certainty of something, at that time, what model will be used? Anybody can answer this? We are going to wrap up after this particular question. Okay? No must. Must so conveys necessity, obligation. I told you certainty. If you want to convey certainty, something is certainly going to happen. At that time, what will be? Will you use? The chief guest must arrive. Ever you heard about or heard like this? The chief guest will arrive, will convey the certainty also. Something which is happening in the future for that, and for conveying certainty. Would is in the past tense. Use of would is, right? So will is correct here. The most appropriate answer is will. The chief guest will arrive in 5 minutes. Certainty it is showing. Okay? It is certain that the chief guest will arrive in 5 minutes. Okay? So for that, will is the correct answer, right? Shall we continue or say goodbye to each other? Five participants are showing. Anybody is interested in studying further? So we can discuss 3, 4, 5 questions more. Otherwise, we say good night. Okay, beta. Then good night to all of you. Happy Janmashtami once again. Shaurya Pratap said continue, ma'am. So you want to continue? Then I can ask. Thank you, K.R. Yadav beta. Thank you for your wishes for Janmashtami. We now we are going to do the fill-ups in the fill-up form, right? You dash apologize to her. You dash apologize to her. What will be the correct model here? Beta Shaurya, you asked to continue. Now reply. Quickly reply me. I am waiting for your answer. You dash apologize to her. Uh, Moral obligation, beta. Though it can be correct. Or should, must, and ought to. These can be used, right? But when you, morally, if you want to convey something, then ought to is most appropriate, right? But this is also correct because in option it is given ought to and would. So would is totally irrelevant. So ought to is the correct because it convey the moral obligation, right? So that's why you ought to apologize to her. And this is given, but I consider you should also. So need not to worry. Next is I dash speak English fluently. I dash speak English fluently. Right. I can. Okay, how could be, if you want to mention could here, then what are the changes required in the sentence? Mention could here and change the manipulate the statement. Can you? Anybody can? You need to mention could there and along with the changes required. Just change the statement. विश्व प्रताप सिंह इज देयर. जय श्री राम. चरण बंदन मैडम, कैसे हो आप? आई एम गुड एंड ग्रेट. विशव, thank you for joining, but you are you are too late, not bit late. I'm going to wrap up the live stream. Must is, somebody has mentioned must. I must speak. That what you want to convey, beta? 40. Ayush Limbo Ray. I must not, beta. I must speak not. It is incorrect. I said if you want to convey could, I could speak English. So you need to manipulate this statement also, right? I could speak English since my childhood. I could speak English fluently since my childhood. Then could will be correct here. I could have speak English fluently. Sorry, he typed incorrect statement and that's why he deleted. Retracted, right? The correct term for this. He retracted his message. Bishop is typing what? He typed, मैडम जी क्लास आपने 8:30 PM स्टार्ट की थी. No, I guess it was hardly 8:10. 8:10 PM. It is already 51 minutes showing. So you can think about it. 154 it is. I guess I started at 8:05 or something. Soria is saying, Soria is mentioned. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Fine, beta. Next. I know that I dash succeed in life. I know that I dash succeed in life. Rupama Singh is there. What? No, ma'am, beta. Rupama, you just joined and you mentioned no, ma'am. Why so? I know that I dash succeed in life. I'm giving you keywords will or may. I know that I may or will succeed in life, which is the correct model for this statement. Abhinav is also joined me. That is okay. Very good evening, beta. You are too late. I'm going to wrap up the live stream, beta. Will is the correct. Fine, beta. I told you that to convey the certainty, we use will. Okay? So somebody is certain about the decision, about his success. Somebody is confirmed. So that's why will is used here, right? I know that I will succeed in my life. Okay? So this is the correct model for this statement. The doctor said, you dash go to school now. The doctor said, you dash go to school now. Permission is there, right? Doctor is giving permission to the patient. So that is in between a patient and doctor. It is informal talk sort of, right? Informal talk, beta. Why they will be so formal? Doctor will be formal with the patient. So instead of will, can. You can go to school, right? Correct answer I got. Next is he dash carry heavy bags when he was young. He dash lift 50 kg when he was young. He dash carry a lift 100 kg when he was young. No, not can, could. It is talking about past when he was young. I told you can is for permission, can is for carry. Why carry you have written? Beta Abhinav, you have written carry. Why carry you have written? Could will be correct. Could. He could carry. He could lift 100 kg. He could carry heavy weight when he was young. Okay? So can shows the ability. But when you are talking the ability in past, at that time could is required. Okay? Try to understand the difference. Both are telling the ability. Can is also, could is also. But this statement is conveying the situation of the past. So that's why could is most appropriate, not can. Can will be incorrect. Beta, voice is not clear. Are you sure? Because in background some bikes and something is going on the road. So sometimes it is distracted undoubtedly. Now it is okay. Otherwise, we should be because we have already crossed 56 minutes. So I think we should wrap up. So thank you everyone, Beta. This is high time to wrap up the live stream because somebody is mentioning voice is also not clear, and in background is also there are some sort of sound is occurring. Somebody was ringing the doorbell. Somebody some bike sound is also there, and my Gattu babies is always there. So say good night to each other and happy Janmashtami to all my dear students and dear viewers. Thank you for all your love and support. Keep watching, keep learning, keep growing in your life. Make your target a little progress every day. So, goodbye and good night. Thank you once again.